Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric Influences for the first day of September 2020. Well, we have a 9 energy for this new month, which is endings and completion. Um, but with that, then we have a new beginning today with the 1 in this cosmic builder year that we're experiencing soul level change. So today we're going to express unity with others, offer support and assistance if you can, but do so safely. Allow new perceptions to take hold that support a new direction forward. And if you have a life path of 1, this describes a uniquely talented individual who's motivated to succeed and has an independent nature. Today's rune for the day is Elwaz, the 19th rune of the Elder Futhark, so it's a 2 energy. Or actually not a 2 energy, it's a 1 energy. See, 9 and 1 is 10, so 1. Anyway, I can't add this morning. It's a water element rune, looks like the letter M. It involves change, momentum, intuitive bond, the Merkaba, which is a soul vehicle, travel, partnership, astral travel, so it's good at meditation, binding toward mutual end and relationships. And if you look at it, it's composed of lagos, forward and reversed. So you're looking at basically flow toward one another, binding toward mutual end, really. So today, momentum may be experienced as we continue to be aligned in shared purpose. We're stronger together than we'll ever be apart. If we have the same goal in mind, we can accomplish anything together. Today, the moon moved from Aquarius into Pisces at 2:35 a.m. This morning, Pacific Daylight Time. We have a full moon tonight at 10:22 p.m. Also my time. So be aware of that. The mother phase of the moon is going to be out tonight. The Aquarian distrust of emotions transitions into emotional receptiveness when the moon travels into Pisces today. Meditation could be helpful. Again, you can use Elwaz as a focus for that. If stress of the day becomes too much, which is Moon semi-square Jupiter, which is also in retrograde still, for a few days more. I think it's leaving retrograde here, maybe in a week or so. I'll have to look. Check in with those with close friends to either receive or provide support, which is the Moon Conjunct series. And then spend some time drawing down full moon blessings in the evening. Well, late evening anyway. But you can start before the 10:22 moment if you like. Anyway, the human design aspects for today were to reject negative forces and the conflict they bring, allowing harmony's natural rhythm to take hold. Although it seems like the rules have been followed, or it seems that the rules have been followed, unexpected results can occur, and it may be necessary now to retreat in the face of insurmountable obstacles. Stay vigilant, however, so that all factors are known and understood before making any further decisions or taking any additional action. I don't know if this has to do with the protests, but there's been a lot in the human design stuff lately that's talking about retreating to gain some perspective, or when things are just you're dealing with something that's too outrageous just to even cope with, and so it's time to just take a step back. It does not mean that anybody else won the moment. It just means that you're going to do what's best here for you and for the greater group, so that the focus of whatever it is you're doing is not lost. Sometimes I think what's happening right now in terms of all of that, you stand up for what you believe in, you stand up for what's right, and then you'll have these agitating influences, which I think are there by design, to then cause trouble, to create violence that you then respond to, right? Problem is, then the focus shifts to the protesters, and they point the finger and say, well, see, they're anarchists, or they're this or they're that, when they're not. They're just standing up for what's right, because we're living in a country now that's completely wrong. And so if you're standing up for certain things, it's because that needs to happen now. The voices need to be heard. Problem is, if we keep standing that ground and we don't do it strategically, then sometimes I think that we end up having the finger pointed at us when that's not what really should be happening. We need to keep the focus on what's happening that's wrong, that's harmful, that's hurtful, and not have that focus shift onto people speaking truth to power. So strategy has to happen. It doesn't mean because maybe you're not out marching, maybe you're doing something else, that's related to the cause that you're working on. And I've been seeing this day after day after day. It's like, come on, sculpt your protest, or sculpt your this standing up for truth and honor and dignity and respect. Do it in a way that maximizes the results instead of walking headlong into disaster. They're going to be there, and so find another way to express yourself. If they're bothered by you being by the Justice Center, for example, in Portland, don't be there. Take it someplace else. Have your voice be heard, but do it in a different way, maybe a way that protects the integrity of what you're doing, as well as protects you, right? So the sameness of it doesn't have to be part of the process. In other words, you can have a whole, a bunch of different things in your wheelhouse. And I think that that's what the human design charts have been trying to say, that just because, there's a lot, in other words, a lot of ways to protest. You can all meet at a like Pioneer or at the square or something. You can meet there, or wherever. You can meet in a given place and make your voice be known. It doesn't have to involve marching. It doesn't have to involve that sort, from one place to another, is what I'm saying. So have the ability to switch up when you need to, when it's clear that agitating influences or someone's going to get out of control and hurt you. That's when things get unclear, and that's when the other side takes advantage. And I'm just saying, try to keep the advantage in your own court. And when you do that, there has to be some flexibility to that. That's all I'm saying. So that seems to be something, though, that has been very consistent in the human design charts over the last month or so. So I'm thinking that, especially with events of the last weekend, maybe it's time to start diversifying how you're doing this. And so anyway, just a thought. I guess that's all I have today. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off and go and do the Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune video. We'll get that going. And I'm trying to keep my upload time shorter here. It's taking forever. I don't get my other one uploaded till like after 2:00 in the afternoon. It's so weird. Anyway, a lot of traffic on YouTube right now. So anyhow, you guys have a good day, and be good to yourself, be good to one another, wear a mask around others, whether inside or out, and blessed be.